There are many things that get me really livid, but this one is getting me really livid, and that has to do with the reaction coming out of the left, that somehow our democracy is at stake, that the federal government has to intervene to stop these voter abuses, that we need to get rid of the Senate filibuster for this, and there was even one call that we need to pack the Supreme Court because of this ruling. And it's a bunch of nonsense. What do these two laws do? And they're laws in Arizona. And the first one has to do with a practice called ballot harvesting, where it says it's illegal to harvest ballots from voters, that voters actually have to vote, that you can't go to them and present them a ballot and say, fill this in, and then I'm going to take it for you to the voting precinct, and I will submit your vote for you. That's what ballot harvesting is. Now start imagining the abuses that can happen from ballot harvesting. Imagine a company saying to all of its employees, well, we're going to have voting day and we're going to collect your ballot and we're going to submit your ballot for you. Imagine a neighborhood boss saying, I'm going to collect all the votes from my neighborhood to make sure you guys vote correctly. This is anti-democracy, and I'm just surprised that people would have another opinion on this, and not just another opinion, but start to call for packing the Supreme Court, federal laws that get rid of every single state law on voting rights. This just makes no sense to me at all. The other provision had to do with voting in the precinct where you're authorized to vote, voting in the precinct where you live. Imagine having access, because everybody does have access, to the voter rolls, and finding in the voter rolls voters who haven't voted in a long time, and then saying, well, I'm now going to have them magically vote in this other precinct where they don't live. That can really happen. And if you allow that and say that's okay, then all you need to do is take over a particular voting precinct and have people say, well, we examined their license and this was a real person and they really voted. It's all designed to prevent voter fraud and stop these kinds of malicious practices so we can all have confidence in our elections. I really do not understand the other side on this, and I applaud the Supreme Court for saying these are common sense rules. They have nothing to do with the Voting Rights Act of 1965. This just makes sense.